Hey everybody, shout out to Akira from Digital Dreamers, which is the server name on Discord, for giving me the prompt for this video. There was a comment in our server Akira made about there should be a shortcut jumping from the text editor to the terminal, and yeah, I just wanted to show that that's doable. So here I am, and so to pull up the terminal. I just on my keyboard I do the control and back tick. Oh, you know what? Let's do this. Let's do control keyboard shortcut, and then because I would imagine if I search for it, let's see. I said control CTRL plus backtick. Yeah. So I'm not sure if this is a key combo that is specific to the States or if it's also like this in Europe. But if you're not sure, if you want to know for sure, if control backtick doesn't work for you, I'll show you how to get the keyboard shortcuts one more time. So you can do control shift P, yeah, control shift P, and then do keyboard shortcuts. Search, and then right there, open preferences, keyboard shortcuts, and then you search for the keyboard. Either you search by command name or by keyboard shortcut or the key binding. And because I wasn't too sure what the proper command name was, I did know that control backtick for me pulls up the terminal. So I did a search for that. So if it turns out that control backtick isn't set for you to open the terminal, uh, you can you can you can find out what shortcut is used by apparently using this right here. So let's do toggle, right? Terminal, and there it is, view toggle terminal. Mine is control backtick. Yours may be different, it's possible, right? So yeah, that's how to pull up the terminal. And then so let's say I do control backtick, boom, there's the terminal. I type my make command, I run the C file up here, and let's say I don't want to close the terminal, I just want to go back to the code editor window. I'm still here, right? The keyboard shortcut to go back to the code is Control 1, and you can see I'm back in the code. So out of curiosity, I'm just going to go to keyboard shortcuts again and see what the command name is for that. CTRL plus 1, and there you go. So if your keyboard shortcut, if you tried Control 1 and it didn't take you back to the code, the command is focused first editor group. All right, so that answers the prompt. Can you switch between the code, your code, and the terminal? The answer is yes. And the shortcuts for me, and probably for you. I don't imagine VS Code, the makers of VS Code, having changed the shortcuts by region. But to get to the terminal for me, Control backtick, doing my stuff in there. To get back to the code editing, it's Control 1, and I'm back in the code. All right, so with that prompt, it made me wonder if I could do a code snippet, which led me to something called tasks. So some Googling and some counseling from Chatty Jeeps led me to find out that I could make a task. In this case, so how to get to tasks. So if I was here, Control Shift FP, tasks, configure tasks, and then create task from template. I think this part can be googled. That's not the hardest part. The part that took me some time is to get to the task JSON. And what do I put? What parameters do I enter in order to run the make command from the shell? So I give a name to my task. In this case, I named it make it. Type the value for that is shell, so that it opens up the terminal, the shell in a terminal. The command that I want it to enter in the shell is make, and this is just some extra, like I could have just that, I think, but what this does here, presentation reveal always means always show the terminal when you run this command. So it doesn't, so the terminal doesn't auto hide, I guess. Focus equals true. That means the terminal window will be the active window as opposed to the code editor portion. And then panel shared means that it will continue to use the terminal window that's already opened if it's not opened already. So, so that's the task that was created in a test JSON file, which is stored in this folder directory, roaming code user tasks JSON. Then I said, okay, cool. So I have a task. I can, now that it's created, I could do Control Shift P, run task, and let's see, run task. Yeah, and there's my task named make it. So if I click it, continue without scanning task as an output. Okay, this is new for me. Never scan the task output. Learn more about scanning the task output. Okay, I'm going to continue without scanning. This is new. I don't know what scanning's about, but I'm not going to concern myself with it right now because I haven't had to do this. Continue without scanning the task output. All right, and there it goes. So the task that it created can be run from Control Shift FP, run task, make it. All right. So as you can see here, there it is. These are the commands that are in my make file. You know, compile my C file task.c to main to an executable named main, and then run the executable, and then here's the program output. Because of the task that I created, this is how it does it. It says executing task make, and then at the end, terminal will be reused by task if I run any additional commands from the code editor window. I can press any key to close it, so I'm going to do that. So then I said to myself, cool, I can run tasks by doing Control Shift P, run task. But then I said, you know what? I did some more Googling, and I said, can I have my task run from key binding? The short answer is yes. And here's my key binding. I binded it, or I bound it to Control Enter. Then the command is workbench.action.tasks.run task, and then the arguments value is the name of the task that I want it to run. And this is the name that I gave it. And so now, whenever I hit Control Enter, it'll run the make it task. So yeah, let's say I wanted to get. So right now, the output shows 4 exclamation points. So if I do Control Enter, you can see the 4 exclamation points. Let's say I edit it, save it, and then Control Enter again. As you may recall, I put panel shared, so this panel will be shared, which is to say that it won't clear this and start a new one. It'll just continue from this point right here. So back to this. So now instead of multiple exclamation points, it's just going to have one. I'm going to hit Control Enter, and there you can see instead of multiple exclamation points, it now has one. And this just demonstrates that the shared option in tasks, in my task, make it task, that's what it does. It doesn't clear the terminal. But I have the option either way, right? So I can make this, let's say I change it to that, save, run with Control Enter, or execute the task which executes my make file. And then the terminal window is active, so all I have to do is what it says right there, press any key to close it. So I'll press E, and it's closed. Or alternatively, I can let's say 360, save, build, and leave it open. Go back to my terminal window with Control 1, and then change the code some way. 1, 2, 3. Let's do that. Save, enter, and the panel stays open, the terminal panel stays open, and the new code output is shown. 2, 3 zeros. Yeah, it did take off a 0. So yeah, that's this video. I just wanted to show the little bit of automation that can be done by creating a task and adding it to the task.json file, and then assigning a key binding to it so that you can run the task without having to do Control Shift P, run task, click your specific task. Thank you for watching. You probably want to watch this like at double speed. This is not scripted. All right, thanks, guys.